Nintendo! Hello, everybody.
Nintendo! Bowser says Nintendo.
Hey, everybody, this is Milesluigi. Welcome you back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Joining me today is...
Hey, you have a Pop-Tart? I'm by myself, unfortunately. Our special guest, Higsby, could not make it tonight, so you're just gonna have to deal with me.
Well, it's time we check this other option other than start game. You'd think it would say options, but it's just mic test, and we can use it to test our microphone.
Wait, you can have voice commands in this?
Well, there's mini games that uses the microphone.
Oh.
If you remember the original DS and the 3DS, they both had like a system microphone that like 1 out of every 50 games used. And
Yeah.
this game actually uses it.
Okay.
So hence why I had to do a microphone test, because the whole I'm playing an emulator, and the emulator does take microphone input. Just I had to make sure it was working.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Correct.
interesting. What other games did the microphone use off the top of your head, do you know?
The WarioWare touched, like the mic character used the microphone. I want to say there were definitely other games, but off the top of my head, the only one that's coming to my mind is the WarioWare one.
Okay.
So not too many
YouTube,
games
help us
use the
out,
mic.
because I'm anti-Nintendo, so I wouldn't know.
YouTube, help us out. What DS games use the actual microphone other than this game and WarioWare touched? But anyway, we found the Bonsai Bill, and we find the 3 useless dumbasses who couldn't find a single Bonsai Bill. We did all the work, even though they were back talking Bowser. And there we go. We're going to light the cannon, and we're going to fire this one single Bonsai Bill against the castle. Whoosh.
Watch it get shot down! Why would you put a big hole in your own castle, really?
Well, Bowser wants to take his castle back. I'm not entirely certain what was the plan behind let's shoot my own castle, but...
And who is this guy, and why are the Goombas following him? What the hell? Traitors!
Okay.
They must die for their insolence.
The Goombas are traitors. The guy in the center there, his name is Midbus. He's the kind of the idiot, porky guy is the best way to...
Look at that. Defense system.
Bowser's castle can fly. Remember that? Remember all of Paper Mario?
I do. I just don't remember going straight up and then coming straight back down. Oh,
That's
look, now
true.
it's moving.
Now it's moving. Like, Paper Mario, Bowser's castle just somehow ends up underneath Peach's castle. Presumably there's a whole bunch of Monty moles who just dug a hole under Peach's castle while keeping the foundation intact. Then all of a sudden, castle going up, princess kidnapped.
You know, this brings back, not to cut you off, but this brings back our discussion in Paper Mario. How much rocket fuel would it actually need to take, and the amount of force of lift to lift that castle?
A lot. Like, how big is that castle again? That's actually an interesting question, which I'll pose at a different time, because the castle
And it
kind of
just crushed us.
Yes, it kind of just crushed us. I don't think so, Starlo.
He's kind of crushed, and, you know, we're being forced down to his pelvic area, which is starting to concern me. Uh-oh. What are we going to find down here?
This area is called the Rump Command.
Oh, look, it's got a boat full of purple liquid. I wonder what that is.
Yep, we're down in Bowser's, I'll just call lore crevices at the moment.
We're in his
And this-
bladder at the moment.
I'm not entirely certain if that is the correct color or a good color for your bladder to be, but okay.
I don't know what dinosaur color pee is, so, you know, just saying.
But we are tasked with saving the life of these guys as hosts and full of globin and everything like that. They're going to make us play a minigame.
We get flushed down a toilet in the end? Just asking.
No. So this is actually the, what was it, the Ford of Adrenaline channel? Something like that? I don't know, it's purple. It doesn't look like adrenaline. So let's just completely skip the tutorial because it takes like 2 minutes. We're essentially just playing a Galaga ripoff, shooting red and green and sometimes multi or white balls. The idea behind this minigame is that if we shoot the ball with the wrong color, it comes down on us angrily, and if they hit us, that actually does damage, and we can only take 3 hits. But right now, the minigame is relatively really easy at the moment. And then here comes the white balls of doom that we just have to mash and shoot with both cannons. So yeah, here we're playing a Galaga minigame. Right now, we're actually trying to spark adrenaline into Bowser's body to help him grow bigger.
Get up, you lazy bum. Use your adrenaline.
I can't be the only one who's trying to put 2 and 2 together. We are fording a channel in Bowser's lower crevices to get adrenaline into his body so that he can come back to life.
Mash that button. Mash it. My kitty cat is expecting pepperoni. She is not getting any pepperoni. She's a sad kitty.
It is not happening. Anyway.
You know, my cat just begs for meat. Whenever I have meat, like chicken, fish, turkey, shrimp, anything meat related, she has to crawl up on my chair or paw me, like when I'm sitting at the kitchen table. Oh God. He's pretty pissed.
Also a lot bigger.
Yeah, he's gargantuan. Didn't know Bowser could get that big. Well, yes, I did, but he had to need a mushroom. But in this case, mushroom is not needed.
Mushroom is not needed, just a lot of adrenaline, piss, and vinegar. And I guess someone crawling around Bowser's lower crevices. This is one of the game's couple giant Bowser battles. And because we haven't seen anything like this in a Mario and Luigi game, we'll go ahead and show the tutorial. Basically, these battles are entirely eye candy, and they're also really quick and just fun, straight outright. I'd like to actually make a comparison here. This game's sequel does the giant battles wrong, but this one does it right, and I'll get to that in a bit. First things first, let's learn exactly how everything works here. First things first, we have 3 options every turn, either punch, fire, or heal. Heal actually isn't even available this time, unfortunately, but it will be available in the future. And the idea is, for punching, swipe the stylus, and that does damage. I don't need to be that explained again. But yes, we have giant Bowser fighting giant castle, or in this case, it's currently just little shy guys.
I like how they're just sending out recon units, you know, like, we need to see how big he is. Well, can't you see that from the castle with a telescope? No, let's put, guys out in front of us so we can, punch them and set them on fire instantly.
The reason why I did the mic test is because this one action command is the microphone, which you gotta know how to use the DS or 3DS's microphone, or in my case, I'm lucky I can do this on an emulator.
So how are you doing that on emulator then?
It just takes microphone input from your computer.
Oh, so you're blowing into it?
Yes.
Nice.
The thing is, the original DS and 3DS's microphone, its little port it's a little small little thing on the stupid device.
Yes, I remember. It's very tiny.
It's very tiny, and you have to blow into it. And blowing into it is not easy, and if you mess up that action command, the flame attack does very little damage, and it's just frustrating. I don't have that frustration right now because I'm actually on a computer, and I can just blow into my microphone, and I get excellent. It just works. But if you're playing this on a real DS or a 3DS, that action command, the blow fire into the microphone one, just is annoying, straight up. But otherwise, battles flow back and forth. You either have to punch the enemy back or you have to shoot fireballs at them just like that. But in case you were ever wondering why Bowser's size changes every single game, evidently it's just the amount of adrenaline flowing in Bowser's body.
Okay, now they just figure out, what? Now it's a huge Bowser. It took fucking 6 recon units to figure that out.
Now it's time to get to our battle proper. Here we go. So, these battles are really satisfying, in my personal opinion, just because, like, look at this one punch. It just knocked the castle really far back.
Punch!
And as I mentioned before, they are just eye candy, just continual, constant eye candy.
What is Bowser going to do when he, punches his castle into oblivion?
Get a new castle? Look at all the guys that are falling out of the castle as he's punching it.
Well, if this is anything like Paper Mario, there's tons of rooms in this castle, and Yeah, they'd be falling out by the droves. Oh, look, now it's imploding.
Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of Spiny stepping in our way.
Where's the cannons on the roof and stuff? What the hell?
Maybe Midmust took them down, or Fawful took them down.
Wow, look at that. That was cool. Let's burn everything.
But relatively speaking, this game did the giant battles right. And as I mentioned, this game's sequel, which is Mario & Luigi Dream Team, has a similar concept to this that if I ever do a Let's Play, I'll get into. But it does this totally wrong because, like, the battles are eye candy, but every attack takes, like, a couple minutes. Well, not literally, like, probably closer to 20, 30 seconds. But it's like the whole battle altogether lasts, like, 20 minutes. It's just like,
So it's drawn out.
Yes, it's basically a mini movie instead of this, where it actually feels like a giant battle. So, I like how Bowser's willing to destroy his current castle. He's ready to build a new one for the next Mario game, whatever it takes to get rid of Fawful. In that regard, I would really, 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 really hate to be Bowser's accountant. Because I'd have to account for so many castle destructions like this one.
Okay, now it's imploding and everybody's running for their lives.
Cheating. No, only because this is a cartoon, Midbust did not become bacon.
You are a coward after I fought you with your own castle? Come on. Blow it out of the sky, send a fireball! Do it! Oh well, he still won.
Oh well, and this does count as a battle, so we get a level up out of it. There we go. Let's use the stylus here to select PAL. There we go, and there we go, +2. Once again, I'm happy with anything that isn't +1. And unfortunately, Bowser can't stay giant. Sad day.
Nah, he runs out of adrenaline, just like everybody else. Smack.
It's the flight or fight reaction coming out of Bowser's body. So basically, if you end up threatening Bowser enough and you get enough adrenaline pumping through his body, be warned, he might grow like 50 times his size. That's something that you would not want to do if, like, you were in an arena battling him for cash, and it's like, oh, it's a fight to the death. Well, Bowser's nearly dead. Oh, shoot, he just grew to the size of the arena. Squish. Squish, you lose.
It only works in dire situations. Well, that sucks, because there goes, why doesn't Bowser just do that all the time? Well, because he can't. Because he has enough adrenaline. He has to build up his adrenaline, maybe? Also, he has to have 2 little people inside of him to do that.
He needs to be in life-threatening situations, and yeah, he needs 2
Being crushed by a castle, I would consider life-threatening. It's a castle.
It would be, yes, absolutely. There we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and reset the game, and we're going to go ahead and continue on forward on to the castle we literally just beat the crap out of. Because that is where we're trying to get to.
Like how it left an imprint of his body.
Here we go. Our next area here, this is the Bumpsy Plains. And actually, this area is technically the Bumpsy Plains and Bubble Lake, but we won't be doing anything at Bubble Lake at the moment. It's a nice little upbeat theme, but before we can enjoy the upbeat theme, we've got these little flower pant. What the fudge? Okay, we're fighting more plants.
Good thing they burn!
Oh yeah, you know it. First, let's go ahead and use the vacuum block, because that'll get us our next Blitty. There we go. We got our next Blitty. So these guys' names, they are called Fliffits. Basically, the idea is they're a flower sniffit, so Fliffit.
Ooh, yay! At least we've got a burning effect on them now. Oh, but they put these... Oh, no, they heal? Oh, that sucks. Burn them!
Yeah. Yep, they've been burned. Like so. But yeah, the little things that they shoot at you that look like seeds, well, they're called sneeds. There we go.
I'm so gonna murder the guy that get the... No. Just no. I'm gonna find out who names these characters, because they need to be shot. Drug out in the street and shot.
Okay. But yeah, this is the part of Bumpsy Plains that's actually quote-unquote Bubble Lake. Unfortunately, there's kind of a switch that prevents us from going any further this direction, and Bowser currently has no means to press that switch at the moment. So back over to Bumpsy Plains proper. But in case you ever wanted to know what happens when you put a Sniffit and a sunflower in a blender, well, you have the Fliffits.
Blended flowers. Lovely.
And you can even see some of the Sneeds that are just walking around the overfield, but if we walk or breathe fire on them, they just go poof and disappear and die. But yeah, when it comes to Fliffs, they have two attack patterns. One where they either have their head up like that and they shoot the seed directly at you, or the Sneed, I should say, or the one where they kind of shoot it directly at you, but when it does that, it bounces strangely and you have to duck the attack instead.
No, why did you punt that? You should jump on top of it to get that block.
I know your pain, but Bowser can't jump, unfortunately.
Why not? Yes, legs.
There is no jump button for Bowser. His buttons are punch and fire.
Damn.
Bowser has no jump button.
I guess so. He's kind of big.
He is kind of big.
Just smashes his way around things.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this area, upbeat theme, it looks like one of the most ideal places to like grow a garden, or I guess frankly live, just because that. But we did get a new item here called the Safety Ring. It's a 20% HP booster. I don't know about you, but I kind of prefer the defense a little bit more. There we go. But yeah, even growing a bee farm would be pretty cool to do here. Matter of fact, with all these rocky structures that have the honeycomb pattern on here, I can't help but think that bees do live here. It's just there's no bee enemies, just the sunflowers. Evil sunflowers. Instead of evil bees in this area, it's all evil sunflowers.
Well, you gotta have bees for sunflowers to pollinate, so it's like, okay, where's the bees? There better be bees in here, because this won't make any sense then.
Unfortunately, no, there are no bees. At least not any that are visible.
Is there any of those bees from like Super Mario 2? Those kind of bees, they have like the pitchfork.
Oh, those fit. No, they would fit perfectly here. I forgot their name.
I like how their sunflower seed babies grow legs and walk around. I find that hilarious.
But no, the bees from Mario 2, whose name escaped me, unfortunately, aren't here. Or once again, if they are here, they're probably in those honeycomb pattern rocks, and we can't bother them. On the bright side, I do prefer that we aren't fighting bees, or bizaps, as they were called in Paper Mario, because those enemies were really annoying. If there was a bee enemy here, it would probably be a really annoying fast enemy that did a crap ton of damage. But at the same time, we would probably vacuum them, and then they would die instantly, and it'd be really awesome.
Or sting us in the mouth and, cause us to go to the hospital because we've got bee mouth.
Not inhale them and then have Mario and Luigi fight them?
Sure, why not? There you go.
Missed opportunity, Nintendo! There we go.